Fambul, Kushe and Kabo. Welcome to the first edition of the program where we title The People for Know Watin and They Vote For. The People for Know Watin and They Vote For na program where na campaign Salone, where na a visual podcast where they talk about plenty in them. Collaborate with Apex Multimedia, with plenty other partners them, for bring counter this program. The program they give opportunity to we political aspirants them for can tell the people them what's in them plans and policies. Inside this recent term, we finally say beaucoup people not even know why then they vote. And we get to broadcast this program now all the major social media platforms them. Me when I the host for the first episode of we election talk series 2023. My name na AMB Lulu. Inside this episode, they can talk to one young person where they contest for the parliamentarian seat from Bombali District. Fambul, in name na Mohamed Papa Bangura. Mohamed Papa Bangura, welcome to the People for Know Watin and They Vote For. And first of all, congratulations.
Thank you very much, Alusain, and Kabo to Fambulem with a watch and listen to this wonderful
It was
program.
actually a tough battle, winning the symbol for the APC.
Yeah, but people know Watin and they vote for, and people know who that they want for make it represents them at every, arm of government. So, to me, it's just not a fulfillment, not just a motivation, and just make her feel like, yes, Watin I don't do over the years, we trigger this aspiration, it was the right thing for the people.
Okay, so make we start because I read through your profile so many things for talk about. So for somebody really watch you for the first time, tell me small about Mohamed Papa Bangura. Who is Mohamed Papa Bangura?
Well, Mohamed Papa Bangura na somebody we born in a small community in Bombali District, Masuba community. You know, I attend several primary schools because of the rebel war, you know. But one way I major na WCSL primary school na Masuba. I attend St. Francis Secondary School from Form 1 as it was. I attend University of Makeni. I get a bachelor's degree in development studies, and recently I complete my master's in sustainable development. This na Mohamed Papa Bangura, where plenty people know for be a sport journalist for the longest of time. This na Mohamed Papa Bangura, where plenty people know for be that human rights journalist, where they advocate for the poorest of the poor. This na Mohamed Papa Bangura, where some people know for be the seasoned football administrator, where don't serve the capacity of a regional PRO for the Northern Region Football Association. We currently na the Secretary General for Wosim Stars Football Club. This na the Mohamed Papa Bangura, we na the CEO and founder of Access to Education Sierra Leone, a grassroots organization. We don't cater for the poorest of the poor. We aim for develop, the lives of people through education. Because I believe, education is the right way.
A very long, but you don't cut your profile very short for we. Amazing for all of these good things where you don't do from being a sports administrator, a very seasoned one in fact. Campaigns the ongoing. How is the fever from your side?
I think it's okay. In Bombali and all over the country, for this 2023 June 24 election, for us in the APC, I think the campaign is very, very simple. It's very easy for we. You know, but because of we are living in a society like us, you get to go out of your comfort zone and still talk to people. But if it's a campaign, we opponents and non-campaign for we over the years.
Okay.
Every Sierra Leonean within this country gets a reason why if we vote the SLPP out and vote the APC in. And this is why.
So I want for now limit the conversation to Mohamed Papa Bangura implants and Watin implants for in constituency. So let's start Few days ago, we reach out to you, send we your policies, written in some of your plans them. You're not able to do that. Why?
Of course, we actively and ethically engage in the campaign process, but that is not an excuse. I think if you've been remind me again before coming here, definitely I have been on Senate. But however, I then I now for discuss them policies, and I think this is more important now to viewers and listeners of this program.
So, let's dive deep into your policies, your plans.
Yeah, and before, in all of my campaign messages, and even before putting plans together, when we been the campaign for symbol, for make I be an MP candidate for the All People's Congress Party, my campaign message was, if una feel say waiting I don't do over the years is the right thing, now una the demand from a member of parliament, and una watch me conduct over the years, then you go in and vote for me for make I win the flag, the symbol of the All People's Congress for member of parliament. And this is the same message I also been get for the party stakeholders of the All People's Congress. That if Mohamed Papa una don't watch for the longest of time, una don't follow in all waiting I don't do, una don't ask for present me CV, una don't ask, una don't assess and do everything, una feel say this is the man we get the character of a member of parliament, where they do things then we go align with what you want from a member of parliament and with our party, then give me the symbol. I think from all this my campaign message, this is why I be happen for win the symbol of the All People's Congress with a sitting MP. So this now be a very tough thing. But before I dive in more into my own policies, waiting I want to do for my people in Bombali, first, we need to establish the functions of a member of parliament. Yeah. I think when we establish this clearly, it will begin even limit the expectation of even with viewers and listeners, and even this program.
According to your campaign message, is people for votes for you, or even your party give you the mandate for represent them as a candidate for run for the parliamentary seat. But how the functions of a parliamentarian align with your past work over the years?
And that's the point, this is where at the canal, I say before even we delve much into them, make we establish this clear for we viewers and listeners them, that
the confidence why they give you now
if I don't explain the functions
of your work.
If I don't explain the functions of a member of parliament, I go relate now and you go see how it align to waiting, I don't do over the years. Thank God you get my profile, everything about me, you go begin to ask yourself now if indeed waiting I don't do get any alignment with waiting now the work of a member of parliament.
Briefly tell me a few of them to me.
A quick one. Yeah. First, now representation. When I say member of parliament, now it's a way they go represent you people. Them. Number two, you get for do what we call legislation, where we can call lawmaking. Now for make laws, you also get for do what we call when they do budget scrutiny. Every year, government can get what they call budget hearing. Then they allocate A, B, and C to parastatals and ministries then. But when get the primary responsibility for look into that budget stay, if waiting this ministry gets a word term or is small, debate, look into that critically. And number four, now for make oversight, what we call oversight for can look. This ministry where Ambassador Alusan Lulu Bangura, the head, now we see if waiting is supposed to do, now it do. Because Parliament, now one of the very important arm of government, when are the three arm of government, where they make laws, the equity, they say so. So these are the primary functions of a member of Parliament. Now this, then they expect from any member of Parliament for make you take part into and do for the people of this country, So now, you ask, how me work over the years align to the work of a member of Parliament? Yeah. I talk about representation. Me don't be a youth leader at section level for Masuba section, which I served them for about 4 years. And in that, based on what I don't do, I represent me people then well na that section day, that one day been trigger them for make I aspire for the chiefdom youth leader of Banti chiefdom. And I been also happen for go. And among many young people that we been go for go contest against me, when they read me profile, they all decide say, I had wanted to go into an election for make we see exactly, but then say, we not go on for waste, we them again for go into election. We all they step down. About 10 young, vibrant young people in Agbanti Chiefdom step down, say, we know they contest with you. If na any other person in come, we they contest with them. Not to because I been get money, but because they say, I have the character of a leader where the Chiefdom require. This is how I became the Chiefdom youth leader of Banti Chiefdom in 2017. So after that, I represent them very well in Chiefdom administrative meetings, and maybe form part of the Chiefdom Administrative Council. And in the Chiefdom Council, I represent them well. I will influence several developments. Nagbanti Chiefdom, we make today proudly, we they say, during my time as a Chiefdom youth leader of that very constituency, Banti Chiefdom, we're able to succeed for construct and renovate 3 schools them Banti Chiefdom. We're able to advocate and bring educational development who don't provide scholarship support to vulnerable children, the poorest of the poor, over 300 of them. We're able to do that. So all of this, I make sure say I do this. So even my role as, an advocate, a human rights journalist, where I don't do over the years. You know the work of a journalist. This is what you're doing. Now you bring me in here, you ask me, I talk. The voters then get the opportunity for assess me. And this I don't do over the years also. He has an alignment with what we call the work of a member of parliament.
For the people where they watch right now, considering all waiting Mohamed Papa don't do over the years, yes, he has been an amazing young man. Now, tell us what are the plans you have put together to represent people now?
I think this is an opportunity for give me more capacity for represent me people. When they look at you, they say, you're a member of parliament, you have a bigger role for look beyond, And one key functions as well where you supposed to do, of which it's part of what I'm going to do. And this don't missing over the years is about information theory. Imagine when they make laws. We sit down at this room here. They make laws for many people of this country. For the millions of the people of this country, we don't make laws. And especially for some of we where they come out now smaller communities. Then people they don't even know say they don't pass law at the country say where you charm granite, for if they can not get. If I not come again for communicate to them people and they na masuba, I tell them say now. As parliament, we don't pass law, say, if you charm granite, for if they cannot get, where you ibam, the law will bet you. If them people, they don't know, I left them, and ignorance of the law is no excuse. I need for go back to my community people them and reach out to them, say, this is not the law where we don't pass. And that's the part of my topmost priority. Because anybody will not educate, definitely you're in a trouble. Even in the Holy Quran, I make God say before they sabi me first na for land. He say Ikra in Surah Ikra. He say Ikra na for land. If you learn, you sabi God, definitely you will able to know how to serve him. And at the same thing, if you live as a citizen, you don't know nothing, you left and right, you are in trouble. You will commit crime where you don't know say I don't commit crime. They hold you and jail you. And this is very key.
Yes. How would you be able to reach every other member in your constituent? Mark you?
Yeah.
It's a very big district to cover.
I can
so if you want for shared information, how you get for do this?
It's very simple. Now, one of the most simple things, and that make even in a campaign process, I'm not a final difficult. I can tell you we have 78 villages in Banti Chiefdom, 5 sections. I am dealing with 5 section chiefs. Recently, we don't lost 2 section chiefs. Section chief of Rosent and section chief of Mina Banti made their souls rest in perfect peace. And I get then one they have for deal with. I have one paramount chief for deal with. Like I tell you, say I get 78 villages in Banchi Chiefdom, of which I have visited every single village in this chiefdom. We need town hall meetings. It's very simple. Even at section level, at village level, we can do this. Within a short period of time for reach out to the people. This is one way for reach out to people. I have been a journalist for the longest of time. The media, both the new and the traditional media, what we call the radio stations, the television, is one way for reach out to them. But why we not only for limit ourselves into reaching out to our people through the radio and the new media? Because imagine me auntie na Masuba, we don't even know how to deal with WhatsApp, we even not understand Creole better. I need to go there and communicate with them, even in the Creole, and we local languages them for tell them say, now this and this we need for do. That is just one. But you know what in also, a part of me priority them, like I be outlined say the role of a member of parliament.
Yeah.
But in a society like ours, trust me, my brother, if I only limit myself in waiting at the primary functions of a member of parliament, I will become unpopular within the 2 years in parliament. You know why I say so? Our people are very poor. They get a huge expectation from a member of parliament. I have also been somebody with an old member of parliament to ransom because of that. They need somebody also with the influence development. And they are not asking for much. Then community center, the roof the breeze get for goats, the roof of the community center. They expect the member of parliament for come. And you have to come. Don't take excuse. You not go able to tell them say, no,
how would you resource mobilize that? Because it's very serious. You are not giving development fee for come and develop your community. If you are having if you get now part of your priorities or your policies that you want for also bringing development, how would you resource mobilize?
This is something I've done for the longest of time. For me, it's easy. You know, like I say, being a member of parliament, you hold a trustworthy position. I mean, you don't go serve as one of the big advocates for the people. I mean, I now have the opportunity for face any ministry or any NGO for talk about things, and I'm sure they will now receive me with respect. That I'm a member of parliament, I'm not going to ask for myself, but I'm going there for ask for me people. Them. That's one way for source fund, for solve community problems. So and there are so many organizations where they out there, we want for help people. It's about how you approach them and the reality of the very project where they ask for. I'm a project person and I know how to write projects. I think that's one way for SOSAM.
So we have two, information sharing, bringing development. What are the other things we get for look at?
Youth empowerment. I mean, this is very key, Alusain. And in all the parts of like advocating for the young people. But let me tell you one thing. You know, with society today, everybody is looking for a white-collar job. You know, because here is Alusain Lulu, they interview politicians, he's on the TV. And somebody will not even get the character of being a journalist. Want to be a journalist because Lulu, he has a character, then they see him, people, they admire him. Lulu become very much popular. And a whole lot of young people, they miss his track. This is why in 2013, I do a program called Career Guidance under a project we then call ICS, International Citizen Service, wherein I work with some UK citizens. This is why I also tell you, say, a very much key for guide young people of about their career. I could remember, I can call a whole lot of colleagues, whether the one who's been in a primary school, whether the one who's in a secondary school, who sit to us. Today, what are they doing? Absolutely nothing. Some man are Okada rider. With no disrespect to Okada riding, it's a very lucrative job. We don't see people who don't graduate from Okada riding to field to millionaires today, you know. Then they are this strong, and then they all over. But it depends on how you manage them well. But here is also where we need for help for empower young people with capacity. Today, we get a whole lot of institutions where they build them. OIC don't exist now for the longest of time. But the problem, some people see OIC as a place of dropout. I am not advocating for OIC here, but waiting at they say, this is also a way of encouraging young people. And I think that's one of the role again I get for make sure say we try to encourage. I might not provide all the funds because I also want to manage, waiting at they say with the expectation of people. You know, I might not provide all the funds of sending the young people there, now the institution there for empower themselves. But it's very key. You know, waiting when they go prevent, it go prevent, the rate of crime in our communities them. If Alusan or Saidu Bangura we do clean, you know, say I get for go learn electrical installation and you don't learn them to in fingertip, you know, say I don't get them. You know, go remember again say when Alusan left in bag na I for can't take him and deprive him. You go don't decrease or eliminate crime rates, you know, like a robbery and so many other things them go don't reduce that community. At the end of the day, job creation go there because these are things them where they create job for young people. I don't see them. I have 2 young people and we are also go cite an instance, you know, although the 2 of them not in the country right now. These young guys, you know, are sitting in a community, but these are very humble guys. We go school, they sit to us, they know we go college. I encourage them say, what you guys need to do, una go and empower yourself into some skill training institution. They end up for going to madam. When they go madam, they also go learn electrical installation. And they became very powerful, I mean, people then when they deal with electrical installation. Before even traveling out of the country, they end up for get a job where they will feed their family. So it is not that some of the young people, they are not one for do them, but you need people where they trigger them for making them do
Would
that.
you be using your salary as a parliamentarian for pay for the young people in another vocational institute? Yeah?
If it costs me to use my salary, I will do it. You know, new. If I can sell if I can sell me motoka for fix a problem of community, I did that. When I construct a Basha school, you know, it was one of the tough things where I do. And completing that school like Basha also give me so much strength, so much, I mean, courage that I feel say yes. Anything where your person say, I can do this, once you're willing for do them, you go do them. I've tried for build this school under a very tough, I mean, situation. Colleagues then they donate and all. Let me just give you this one. Sorry.
When they come to the school, I want for we critically just look at all of the plans that we get. We don't get like a 4. Which among them again we very key. We want the people them way they listen you for now.
I think these are the topmost priority. You get forget imagine things the way you get for come way you not plan for. But as a politician, you get for ready for them as well. So they might not even now you book them, now you plan or everything. No, they might not be there, but definitely they go come. What if tomorrow morning they wake me say, hey, now you constituency, one man don't seek for something you need urgent attention. They can even say something that your neighbor they need you more too. You have to go there. You know, in a paper, but you have to do that. If you don't do them, people will say, "Bo, na ya honorable, they don't. That man they struggle, they not do them." These are some of the things then where you know even they put that you plan. But as a politician, you are a servant. Now, yeah, we they see politicians for be the most, I mean, fancy people where they live luxurious life, where people they admire. In some other countries, you're not a servant. Now that you signed for work for the people. And that is the only way where you go become a popular politician.
Okay, we go come there. I love it. Leadership is serving the people. We go come for a short a break. We say we go get some message from some young people and we go come deep again into other issues, campaign day on and waiting the people and they tell you about the needs of the communities. We will come and dig deep into that. But let me get a short break.
As the 2023 election in a corner, we as Salonians get huge responsibility for play for CC. This election not come with Allah. For sake of this, listen to the message here also where we come peace and get for una.
Salone and one country. Make we let ourselves. No matter the tribe we dey. Election they come, election they go.
Now peace and good talk we want to do in this election.
Life still day after election, make we stay calm.
Be you Mende, Olimba, we all know one family inside Salone. Hence you register my right for vote.
A time for make good decision because your decision can make you or break you.
Now one Salone we get the future in the now.
Fumble, welcome again to we don't get the short break, you know, it was so hard now in the studio. The young politician, so for speak, they tell we implants them and members say they watch the people follow waiting and they vote for election sees. we na Campaign Sierra Leone, Apex Multimedia, and plenty other partners them bring this program come to now. The program now follow we bring we political aspirants them for can tell we within them plans, like what they want to do. Because the people if them for votes, then for begin they know why I for votes for this person. Then election business don't come up and play cook business. So welcome again to the second segment, Mohamed Papa. You are at the city zeal that you are ready to serve.
I am young and restless.
Yes, I see. So the campaign is ongoing heavily. What are the concerns of the people?
It's a whole lot. You know, Alusain, if you are living in this country now, between 2018 to now, and you will not live in a year before 2018, you now know clear reasons why we need to get in a new government. And this is why I say earlier on that we campaign message in the All People's Congress is very simple. It's very simple. If from 2018 to now, things are fine and okay with you, economic-wise, transportation, and every single thing where they did with mortal man in living, it's okay with you, vote for the SLPP. But if at all, it's not okay with you, vote for the APC. And if by so we go by them, the one that we say things are okay with them, then vote for the SLPP. The one that we believe say things not okay with them. Let me pay
attention to the needs of you people who you get for represent.
Now that's how they come. Now this is the inform waiting are the needs of me people the way I get for represent. And remember when I go parliament, I represent the entire country. You know, even though I come up from a district, because now not a constituency, a district. And like I say, if we go by that, which I ask so, we go by that, the All People's Congress Party, they get above 90% in the June 24
so
election.
The niche that is Bombali District you're going to represent, so now don't work plenty side them. Especially in your constituency, you get almost villagers sitting in your constituency.
78 villages.
78 villages. Now, tell we the needs of those villages.
The bread and butter.
When you go
the bread and butter is very key, Alusain. We people then they suffer. This same bread and butter, now the previous, this current government campaign for, say, when they come, then we improve the bread and butter. We mean, say, waiting for it. But unfortunately, now they fail awfully. Today, we people they need, for stabilize the economy, where at the end of the day, then we will afford for buy a bag of rice. We people they need job opportunity, where if they go work, they return home, then we will get something for it. This is very key because, you know, they say even where somebody, we people then can say empty bag not can stand. And if that is so, we people then they suffer too much in this country.
Can you fix the suffering of your constituents as a parliamentarian?
It's not about me fixing. That is why earlier on I tell you about the problems of waiting limitation. But so as a parliament,
if the people tell you about bread and butter issues, what do you reply tell them?
Definitely we go I tell them, say, we, the APC, we go able to fix them up. And I want to tell you, say, it's one of the priority of Dr. Samura Kamara na a manifesto.
What's your role as a parliamentarian to fixing the bread and butter issues?
We also owe the people of the country a moral obligation as a parliamentarian for discuss issues of this nature. You know, issues of electricity, this bread and butter thing where they talk about, where for able make me auntie go able buy a bag of rice after I don't harvest in petete or in cassava. This we also need for discussing issues.
There are other people where we don't they represent the APC. Even the seats where you try for Sidong, somebody else we don't they where they not advocating.
These issues are bigger than waiting a member of parliament can do, then they try. But when you have a central government, we don't get a sense of feeling for the poorest of the poor, that the reality this don't happen. You don't see waiting, in fact, the vision of a parliament also now for ensure say they uphold peace and democracy. But this central government we current don't violate standing than any other government in the history of this country. I remember in my press conference when I finally resigned from being an active journalist and my position as chairman of the Sport Writers Association in the Northern region. I remember you asked a question funnily, but everybody go see and say it's a funny question, but I know you reflect on your mind waiting not happen now the 5th parliament. Who side then they bring in police?
Morals not in the House of Parliament.
Not at all. And this is why some of us are coming for change the narrative. But
How?
that you can only change
How?
if these people, the people of this country elect Dr. Samura Kamara for being president. Because this current
So
government,
if Dr.
we don't
Samura
see-
Kamara do not win the polls June 24, what will be the parliament that you're going into?
It is impossible by the look of everything if not votes then and the count of which I believe as person we don't go into politics, and even before coming into politics,
So-
I know saying I vote and they count. There is no way Madabio go win this election. If Dr. Samura Kamara go
If
win this election on
Madab
the
you
first
win
ballot,
the election, what will be of your representation for your people?
my representation.
Will you go tag and say now because not to APC dey na power na make I not able for deliver which I don't promise me people
Every other serious MP go deliver, but you go find them very difficult for deliver under Madabio in leadership, of which you don't see them clearly. You go find them very difficult. Where you dey go, you remember a parliament we're supposed to be a very peaceful and discuss issues with free and fair, with no fear. But today you dey go na parliament, you remember how they go how if they not go attack you again, the attack on MPs on opposition, it don't happen at parliament not once, not twice. I think this is sad for our nation, and this is why people go vote against the APC, the SLPP,
How
the
prepared?
SLPP overwhelmingly.
How prepared are you considering the thing them way don't they happen at the House of Parliament? You see feds and the two way waiting serve like tear gas all in the fire at the House of Parliament.
It's sad. This is all orchestrated by central government.
We for uphold the highest morals. I see thing like anyone there they happen. What will you do as an individual for see that?
I think this for be we all assignment as a nation. Waiting happen so with them brand with parliament for be an oligarch parliament.
Yeah.
Who side people they go first. It's sad. It's very sad. And we dey pray for let this not repeat itself as believers in this country. Because waiting don't happen within the last 5 years is actually not waiting the people of this country voted for.
In case things happen when you in a parliament, you go defend yourself, what you go do?
Definitely, at the pray let fets not happen at parliament, and I'm sure in we miss we will do everything humanly possible for let fets not happen.
In case fets
for
happen,
let fets not happen at parliament.
These ones will be they so they're not be pray for let fets happen.
Every Sierra Leonean and every citizen gets also a right for prevent and protect himself in every legitimate means. And if that happens, which I believe, as with the votes in Dr. Samura Kamara and the APC, never that fate no go happen. It has never happened throughout the realm of Dr. Ernest Baikoroma. There has never been a time where they take police and soldier for go to parliament, for go beat members of parliament them, because not to their party.
Let's move away now from the parliament talk. You highlight the bread and butter issues as one way you constituents them highlight. What are the other pressing issues?
The other pressing issues is a visible and clear issues on communities. This is why I tell you, say, I need to encourage the young people in our constituency, and Sierra Leone by extension, we encourage them for let them learn skills waiting for do. Because when you go today, young people then go sit down, then pack, some man then will get small thing with them called attire base. You know, a whole lot of people they will get job where they go to attire base for fun and discuss. But also a huge number they go there because they not get job. Then they spend the rest of the day.
So I care to know what will be your key policy around the young people in your constituency, because drugs and so many other things. And mark you, most of these hard drugs have been imported in this country with highly influential people because now expensive to them.
And interestingly, Lulu, like I said earlier on, the only way we can eliminate drug abuse, robbery, even young girls and really involved in commercial sex working is by providing them with skills, the right skills, we go give them job. If Lulu don't go work all the way of na global multimedia, Apex multimedia office, he return home tired. You know, we even get time for say make I go na plaza. With no disrespect to we where they go na plaza, but I'm sure you will go there now occasionally. So that is the mentality. And that one day we actually need for give we young people them. And that's a very strong policy. That's a very strong advocate we are one for
you
for the
talk
young
of
people.
the skill centers. And you are aware, see, even these skill centers are not equipped for this modern day learning.
Agree with you that they are not equipped for this modern day learning, but I want to tell you, say, these are places also where don't help transform the lives of so many people, you know. And me and you know, see, the problems in this country does not only, limited to skill centers. Even universities and schools, you know, most of them not get the complete required materials for modern day learning, you know. But however, you not go say, I know they go school because they not get modern day equipment for learning and they wait until they come. You will not go wait, go there and match up with the system as they go along.
What will be your role in representing these actual needs? So the House of Parliament, what would you do? Because if these things they're visible to you, you don't see them, then see they make we country, you know, they go before at all.
And that is also, you know, the MP also gets, you know, a standing order, SO23, you know, also where they give you the responsibility and mandate and opportunity for able to discuss issues where they affect your community, you know. And I think standing on that existing protocol, I will able to articulate and communicate the issues of me community very well, of which I believe is not completely different from waiting they happen na Kainlau, na Pejebonge chiefdom, not as different from waiting they happen na Godrich, West and Rural District, not different from waiting they happen na Korbola and Falaba District, not different from waiting they happen na Le chiefdom in Kono District. So we have a responsibility for discussing issues there and make sure the central government, of which we are part of, you know, as a legislation, the parliament, we are now one of the three arm of government where we need for come together and provide and make laws that will go benefit the young people and the young people and they, especially when we are young people. You know, the elect and this give hope to many young people. You know, if Mohamed Papa is a young people.
Mohamed Papa, I grew up in Sierra Leone. I me you to grow up. Now the environment there, outside they see people can be so active and get all this zeal, then they articulate the issues. That is when they are out of the system. Going into the system, would you see a different situation? Are you talking because you are not into the system right now? If you go into the system, we are seeing a different person?
Even though PLO Lumumba, when a professor in law and a politician, na the East African, Kenya, he say people them where they out of power, they know everything. He say, but the one way they in power, no know absolutely nothing. But however, I also want for tell you, say, there have been very good politicians where before politics, they analyze the issues, trigger them for going to politics, then go there and able to change communities. They're able to change so many lives. And that is a politician I want for be. I am not talking today because I don't go inside it. They say who feels it knows it. For the longest of time, I commit myself to mankind service. You know, so going to parliament will just give me an opportunity for do more. And Lucien, you know, I didn't have my early 30s. And as I don't choose politics. I get another 40 or 40-something years ahead of me, God willing. If I not decide for do the right thing at this early age, you know, I mess up, you know, in me early age in politics. What would I do for the longest of time where I get for living a life? This time I fear. If you ask me of my fear, this time I fear as a young politician, you know, it's very tough. Coming back to politics, I cannot be a member of parliament. Then accommodate, I can begin the run behind, you know, little jobs again for final living. So the only way I will able to stay in politics and people now we are popular to the people. Because this is a very long journey. I not only want for tap me politics as a parliamentarian. I want to go beyond that. And the only way for go beyond that, by doing the right thing. And how you do the right thing, not so you get for it myself. Now the people get for it me.
Now, having discussed so many things, you seem to be somebody who gets big time experience. So, if you go to the parliamentary, you have the opportunity to go to the parliamentary. What are some of the major bills then? Like, what are some of the things that you will push first?
I think from all what we don't discuss now, it clearly they tell exactly some of the things then we go push. I go push for a bill we go make we get a vocational institute we go provide skills for young people. Now every chiefdom, well, if every chiefdom is big as resource wise, but at least 2 or 3 for in our district. Okay. When a government supported institution. If 2 or 3 then every district, and I'm sure that they will provide a lot of opportunity for young people. And Lucien, that is the only way we can eliminate, unemployment and so many, lawless issues the way they go around the place. Drug abuse. If you get for you an auto mechanic, so don't clean get for it. If you no go smoke kush.
What will be the second? What will be the second if you didn't announce?
I think I outlined them all. In with discussion, and it's very much key. Alusign, we actually need to be very serious as a nation now for avoid propaganda. Propaganda and don't disturb we country. And as a member of parliament, one key area also where I say government don't neglect over the years, and Dr. Samura Kamara, no one for come and pay a lip service, is a man when I seasoned economist.
We don't propaganda we talk about.
Propaganda now for come and tell people they say we go do this, we not do them. Like waiting people they talk about free quality.
We get issues of education. We get issues of
which is
drugs.
very key.
So why propaganda is becoming one pan?
Listen. What they say. I just tell you how people be known they use propaganda for fake people. Them on all them policies and when they say now this. I know they say for Aki, they eliminate propaganda. And they talk about let we stop propaganda in politics. Like waiting President Kuruma be say, let we change with attitude. And at this time, among the country, when I talk about propaganda, the economy now one thing we not go make propaganda pa. Because if you make propaganda pa, economy, many things then the way they expose you, the exchange rate will expose you. So they look at almost dollar, then they change them. So now, like what is about people waiting when they talk about the free quality education, where you even read the Sierra I reports, waiting this government of President PODC. You ask them 300 times, they will just revolve themselves around free quality education. But you and I know waiting at this thing, you get picking them for responsible for. Realistically, is this education free? And is it providing the quality where they require?
So
the answer is a big no.
You tell me now, say that will be part of your second thing that we go push now the House of Parliament?
Definitely.
I want to know the first 5 things that we go push if we go to the Parliament.
I think I outlined 4 key. I also know going to be very much the ambiguous. They provide, they talk things and where are not able to fulfill. That's one area where politicians, they fail. Not say because a day before a camera or a day before journalists, they ask me and I want to impress them with so many expectations, so many things them, and at the end of the day, you cannot deliver.
We're not talking money here. We're talking of you preparing yourself and taking the issues to the Parliament.
But also the issues there where they also take, again, for be realistic. The issues also has to be realistic. Like I tell you, the education thing what they talk about now today, I don't get into that. You know it's my strength for push because I believe the power in education. Let me tell you, this free quality education thing need a complete overhaul. It is good that they say a lot of people they not pay, but trust me, at Lucine, today waiting we they pay for school picking them is far way more than waiting we don't they pay before. Now you see the cash, you can't tell you say let them give school charges. But to me, I think even the SLPP they talk about, pioneer of education or whatever. I appreciate late President Tijan Kaba in the education sector. You know what he been do? When we come out after the war, we realize a problem in the education business. It can't what we call sababu education. in this Sababu education, it makes sure say every single chiefdom forgets a junior secondary school. Because today, if the entire Kurbola not gets a secondary school, where Peking go don't sit NPSC, pass get for kai sai kabalaton, who says you no get mama, you no get papa, and you know the so a mama and paddy with the kabala, where you can get cool water. But the Sababu education, by getting the structures that then children, then they don't prevent that. And this now a big problem. It still remains a big problem. Infrastructure now a very big problem. Now then communities them where I don't visit in several communities. You go see school link over 100 picking and they go school now that place they not get even shoes for wear. They not get every other stuff.
Did you see these problems in your constituency?
A whole lot. Now this informed the construction of the Pasha Community School in 2017.
Now you're moving from you actual work, building schools and going into active politics. The time you are aware, say you don't get to get plenty time for able for do your engagements, them, your resource mobilization, coming into politics. So what's your new policy around education in your community?
I think now I get time than any other time. You know me.
Politicians are very busy people.
Now agree. But I was a very busy man before politics even. I'm a journalist before politics, advocating for people going to build schools all over the place, seasoned football administrators. These are all time-consuming stuff. So, but now, I get a response. I am a member of parliament. In fact, parliament is not to everyday work. Not to everyday work. It is not intensive as one may think. You go, una sit down, una look at bills, una discuss them, make proper laws and all. Come back to your community. You have to be very close with your people. Constantly stay with your people. You know, and then they will help for solve the problems of community.
You seem to forget huge passion in education. And so
hadn't been education, me and you not go sit on here today. If Pama do not been put Alusina at school, Alusina for sit here today, they interview somebody who have to be member of parliament. What's the new amazing thing
about the policy you have for education in your constituency?
I mean, you ask repeatedly about education, but you and I know that we need for push for help communities. Like I cite the example of the Sababu education. No, I mean, the
Sababu education is way back.
But
that's
you cannot build a policy without looking back into the past.
We don't look. So now,
because you learn by history. That is why history is very good.
What is
because
new?
if you don't learn from waiting past where people then succeed, you know we will do something better.
With your education
we are learning from people who succeed.
What is
and
new
when
with
President
your
Kuruma bin come, he do so many things them in education around that. And I think we need for copy from that avoid propaganda around this education thing. It's about providing infrastructure is very key.
Now,
infrastructure is very key if you understand. Infrastructure is very, very key.
I know.
I mean, and even listen, and I visit one community.
What is new in your education policy for your community?
That's what they tell you. It's about even teachers training, which is very key.
Yeah.
Not to rocket science about education. It's about pushing for it for make it happen. Because me alone cannot solve it. I'm a member of parliament, but let me tell you one thing. You follow me, that I get key interest in education. When I partner with Viva McKinney for train unqualified teachers, I realized the tragedy in education in this country. I visit a whole lot of about 15 primary schools in the country, primary and secondary school. In the 15 primary and secondary school there where I visit, I discover over 60 teachers them, in fact over 100, because the first set of teachers where I train about 60 of them, and the second batch I train about 55. You know, these are untrained and unqualified teachers who don't ever master the domain of a college or a university. But now then teachers they handle them schools there. I go to one school, we're closer to McKinney, they call Kabaka, they call the village Kabaka. I met two brothers running this school. And these two brothers, the one tap SS2, the one tap SS1. Sad. They don't ever go back to school. These are the two teachers where they teach from class 1 to 6. Tap SS1, SS2. You see the tragedy in the school, in the education system. Then why are they dealing with over 200 school picking them? With no idea. And this reminds me that no, it shouldn't happen. And at this we inform the project.
We not to get better time. how would you summarize if you say all of your policies, all of the things that you want to do, summarize them in 1 minute. Do an elevator pitch for the thing them way now your priorities.
Me people them. I talk about so many things at this forum as a member of parliament. Where when I go to elect me by June 24 under the ticket of the All People's Congress, that una no go suffer again from information as how them they deprive una, where una no be know wetin dey happen na parliament. A whole lot of una wetin una remember na the fet wey they don't fet na parliament for the past 5 years. Because una they see this now on WhatsApp and all. But waiting at the real things then we then discuss, wait for make the rest go down, una no know. Waiting at the real things and discuss, we go make you picking go school with schoolats and get the required quality, una no know. Me want for make sure say I provide this to una me people them. And I also want for say job creation, how for create job, now we will people them know waiting for do. By that, we the advocates, we they push the bill them, we go provide training centers them for we company young man and young woman them. We will make them train, then get skill them, we will skill them, we will give them job tomorrow. We also go try we best for make sure say we empower people them. We don't they live in agriculture. And we all know say agriculture now one key area where they neglect. Now that make President to be Dr. Samura Kamara say he go give key attention there. He no go talk and we no go do am. He go talk am and he go make sure say it happen. Because the only way where this country will eliminate angry, now we will pay key attention into that agriculture sector. Because we get plenty fertile land them where we dey neglect, but not to neglect at times as well. Now because the one that we get the money, we all the resources, then see say farmer na poor man work. And where the poor man work, the one them back we go enjoy, now the one that we get money. At the end of the day, the poor farmer we work self go left foot angry. This na some of the things that we don't do. When I know me before becoming even this parliamentarian aspiration before I get them, I don't engage in agriculture and I want to make sure say I expand them and encourage people more into them.
Thank you very much, Mohamed Papa Bangura. It's actually a pleasure having you into this show today. We appreciate the time we take. So we will come for end. We will send you final message to the people them and young people them where they watch. Let me get a short break before we come end the program.
Campaign Salone, when a visual podcast focused on development, peace, education, and transformation. We join hand with Apex Multimedia and Boku other partners them for bring to una the 2023 election talk show series, where we title The People Them Follow, Voting Them They Vote For.
Most importantly, we all follow say election business, not to play cook business. This talk series will bring aspirants them for can talk on them policies them.
Well, until we all know say we people them they use the new media when a social media. So we go broadcast this now all the major social media platform them.
Join we as we dey ask the questions them will matter to the people them we want to represent we. So we will make informed decision for better Sierra Leone. Now true say the people follow waiting and they vote for. Over the years, people just they vote. Because me and this person now come on at the same side and politics don't come on that side. If they vote now, you've been informed of waiting the person they can do. This now the people follow waiting and they vote for election talk series where they come to you. Courtesy of Campaign Salone and Apex Multimedia with Boku other partners them. Me, na Lulu, where they hosted the program, and David Mohamed Papa Bangura, you know the district PR system now. You get different. You get like 8 people where they contest for the APC. Ain't happy for be one pan. The strong people and very vibrant. Somebody we don't do boku thing. We don't talk plenty thing them, but thing them we don't do the plants them for the people. Within you campaign all this while, waiting at the thing way really shock you. when una dey go? Wetin are the thing wey the people dem raise wey really become like but all the thing wey dem tell me this it go inside me pass all. What can you remember?
They angry with the people, they angry. It's sad. They angry them within our villages, our communities. It's really sad. And angry don't kill Boku people. It's sad. And this no go done because the rate at which poverty don't they. The rate at which things then they go up. Today, a bag of rice is 750,000. When you ask the people, what you they do now? Some man they tell you say na petete me the plants. Some man they say na cassava. We ask them, we don't harvest how much they get. He say for the whole year, some man na 500,000. If 500,000 no go afford for buy a bag of rice. So angry kill people them. It's sad. This is why we need a government now.
So
We will get that at night arts for make sure see, then cushion this whole thing, then stabilize the economy. Rest go down. We expand we agriculture base with sincerity. Not to that one that we be say with the plants rest na tomabo. We will not see them.
you are
Not to the one that we
sounding-
be say every minister or parliamentarian forget farm. We will not see them. We need a sincere government where they go out of in comfort zone and do the needful. Trigger with people then for make them do the right thing. But had it been that, if that one did not happen, Alusai, people then will continue for die of hunger. It's sad. It's sad.
Now, we have a serious gap with accountability all across the sectors in Sierra Leone. What would you do as a young parliamentarian for ensure that you of yourself become accountable? How you get for do am?
I think, like I tell you, in this 24th century, in this modern day of the world, that anything, almost everybody get all thing. If they give 1 million na parliament, then say they give like way during with them na governance, APC, we get what they call constituency development fund. We see some parliamentarians and we accountable to them people then. When they give them constituency development fund, then they come to the community and say, I don't receive so amounts on our behalf. Now we all plan how we do with this money. Who's will go put them. The salary where they pay you the MP, now you own for feed yourself and your family. But waiting, the people forget. You need for bring them to them. And I want that they go make you become a popular politician.
Are you assuring your constituents that you go be a very open politician, accountability not going to be a problem? Is that what you're confirming?
I think now that one they bring me now this situation also today. Accountability now one of the key tools we bring me also today. My organization where I get access to education, I not get any auditor. Because this is my initiative. I think I see a need for help the poorest of the poor orphan, then we, the Ebola orphan. I think I create that. But whatever resources we are the rights for make I get, it reach the beneficiaries. Because of that open policy, that accountability we are put forward, now that one they give trust, now that trust they give reason to the party and to me people and at the chiefdom and at Bombali District for let Papa Sidon today. When I go advocate for Osun Stars, when they want relegates, money no day, I advocate to very good friends, then give me 100 million loans. I come openly I talk, I put an amimotoka, bring them, I say I don't receive 100 million loans from good person who we advocate, we will help with that money. Give them, then spend them. If I not be accountable, I can hold half of that one day, I do something for myself. But I not beg them for Papa. And they not give me them for me. Then give me them for Osun Stars. And I give them money to Osun Stars. We spend 100% of that money to the club. Now that one they make today, you know the reports and say, Mohamed Papa don't eat Osun Stars money. When Osun Stars they play, tickets come on gates, and they allow the finance officer for the in full charge. Whatever thing we commodity, with the sit down so then they shape match allowance, this start, and they return at me host with empty-handed and not coming back to the finance officer for ask for 1 cent because I did that. That openness, that sacrifice, that selflessness, now him bring me at this year today. And not only that selflessness, that sacrifice, that open accountability, we will make a continue for Sidona this year.
So many people are contesting, and the election situation as Sierra Leone seems for change completely. What makes you the exceptional candidate?
Now waiting, I believe in, and I'm waiting, I don't do no human being.
What do you
no
believe
day,
in? The people want to know what you believe in.
I believe in accountability. I believe in sharing is caring. Any politician, and politics is a game of sharing. You will only become popular because it is share. Today, former President Nkrumah is still popular even among the enemy them, where they want for where they fight and we want for bring them down, because even they share and it's still they share with them. Today, people will miss the likes of Momo Conte, one time chairman of Kwenadugu, of blessed memory, because of his spirit of giving, his spirit for share with the poor people. And that is what I believe in. I believe sharing is caring. I not go say I care for Alusain. Alusain they suffer, I want to go buy food. I hold the money, I see do I not give. How I go justify say I care for them? No way. I believe that the power belongs to the people. And when them people and they say, not to you again, we don't want you, you they come out. That make them people there will be give power to Madabio. Go pull up June 24. Not to stick then they use. Not to cutlass. Not to any harmful thing. And the ballot paper. Then they use June 24.
Okay, I see that the campaign all day you are getting tired. 1 minute to your constituents. Tell them what you want to tell them.
This is the Papa way when I've been not believing for the longest of time. The Papa way, not they go first for job for himself, but the Papa way they go, they advocate and for bring for una. We don't give scholarship to una picking them. From 2015 to date, we don't ever stop. We don't influence the construction and renovation of 3 schools and I don't achieve them. We don't sacrifice, we don't give in time for serve young people in sports, in different other areas. The poor man paddy. Now in this, I want to tell you thank you for even believing me and say we know they look at you age. We believe say you they go make the needed change. We don't anticipate, we don't they look for the longest of time. We don't go ask for a member of parliament, we will not go able to see him. A member of parliament who go call even midnight, we go pick who call. I want for promise when I say, this same Papa will know, continue in that drive day. And not only that drive day will keep me at this seat for the longest of time.
Thank you very much. We appreciate the time we take. Family, plenty thank you for the amazing time we take for watch the people for know waiting and the vote for election series. And this is now the first episode. We get Mohamed Papa Bangura. Plenty thank you to the rest of the technical team, Nick Sanderson, Justice, Tiggy Banks, the camera team, with light operator, Bar, and every other team member. Thank you to we partners. Me, we will on host the show. And name AMB Lulu. So till the next edition. Do ya? Una let we vote wise and put Salone first.